No matter how happy you are in your relationship, talking about money can still lead to an argument. And that's why a lot of couples just avoid that topic entirely. Financial instructor Michael Mazarin from the Retirement Education Foundation is here to share the top money mistakes that couples make and how to get tough financial conversations started. Michael, so glad you're here for this one.
Of course, thanks for having me back.
Okay, so money just makes people uncomfortable. And
it can.
You know, you are in a relationship and everything is good. You don't always want to bring up the thing that's going to be a sore spot for somebody.
It can be a source of tension, and that is, so financial topics can be one of the leading causes of separation or divorce. So getting these things kind of nailed down early to make sure we're on the same page is important. So first and foremost, it's open lines of communication. It's important that we're on the same page with where are we at, what are the goals, what's important to us. And then secondly, trying to avoid any financial infidelity is important as well.
What is financial infidelity?
So hiding accounts, hiding spending, hiding risky investments that the other person doesn't know about, because when those things go south, it can get ugly fast.
Okay, now just real quick, I am from the South and I was taught when you get married, a woman should have a little nest egg, just something to protect herself, because if the man is in control of the money, again, this is very Southern, but it would literally still help people, you know, think and operate right now.
For sure, and different systems work for different people.
Yeah.
In terms of, some people have joint bank accounts and everything's in one account. Some people have my account and your account. And as long as there's some open communication about what the ground rules are and how we talk about this stuff, that shouldn't be a problem. Whatever works for you works for you. But you got to make sure that people are aware of what's going on to make sure that they're all on the same page. And
so that would be considered like dishonesty, financial infidelity, the hiding money.
So it can be, and we were talking earlier. I mean, intentions matter. If we're hiding money for the sole reason of not trusting a partner or or wanting to spend things on yourself without the partner knowing about it, that can cause some tension for sure.
Okay, what are some of the other things couples need to be talking about?
So one important thing is that this relationship changes throughout the relationship. In terms of when you're younger, one person typically kind of has the reins on the long-term financial planning aspect.
Okay.
The 401ks, the IRAs, planning for retirement, there's no problem with that. But when we get closer to retirement, both partners have to be on the same page in terms of understanding where we at, what are the goals, because when one person's in the dark, that can really create some anxiety and some tension, because one person doesn't know what's going on, the other person is totally tuned into this stuff. And if something happens to that person who is running the finances, that person who wasn't sort of in the know is now in a huge threat to be taken advantage of.
How do you avoid that?
So a lot of that's education. As we're getting older, it's got to go from a one-player sport to a two-player sport, if you will. And that just requires some education. And sometimes that other spouse who's not involved doesn't care to want to learn where are the accounts at, how much do we have, what are we doing, why are we doing it. But it's that much more important for that person to learn those things in case something happens to the spouse who is in control of those things.
Very true. You have, I mean, there's a lot of blind trust. You're in a great marriage, you know, but the husband is the money guy or the wife is the money person, the money lady. And then something happens, and I mean, I've had friends, I don't know what company we pay the light bill to. Yeah. I mean, it's mind-blowing, but a lot of people do have relationships like that.
It does, and I hear all the time when it's either the husband or the wife who kind of manages the finances, and they say, oh, well, honey, I've told you 1,000 times where the spreadsheet is, and they say, I haven't listened to you for years about that stuff.
I don't know
where
anything
that stuff
else.
Is.
Right.
And so both spouses need to be on the same page for that stuff.
Perfect. Okay, where can we find you? This is great money advice.
So we teach classes for this at through the Retirement Education Foundation. You can find more information on retirementplanningedu.org.
Very good. We'll put a link, of course, on our website, fox2detroit.com. You can also go back and look at all the bullet points there, because you had a lot of good stuff that we didn't get to because I was talking so much. But you're great. Thank you so much.